ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरम् गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् From sloka number 10. ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या
ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या
इत्येवं रूपो विनिश्चयः
इत्येवं रूपो विनिश्चयः
सोऽयं नित्यवस्तु
सोऽयं नित्यानित्यवस्तु
विवेकः समुदाहृतः
विवेकसमुदाहृता
तद्वैराग्यं जिहासा
तद्वैराग्यं जिहासा
आदर्शनश्रवणादिभिः
या दर्शनश्रवणादिभिः
देहादिब्रह्मपर्यन्ते
देहादिब्रह्मपर्यन्ते
ह्यनित्ये भोगवस्तुनि
ह्यनित्ये भोगवस्तुनि
विरज्य विषयव्रातात्
विरज्य विषयप्रादात्
दोषदृष्ट्या मुहुर्मुहुः
दोषदृष्ट्या मुहुर्मुहुः
स्वलक्ष्ये नियतावस्था
स्वलक्ष्ये नियतावस्था
मनसः शम उच्यते
मनसः शमोच्यते
विषयेभ्यः परावर्त्य
विषयेभ्यः परावर्त्य
पापनं स्वस्वगोलके
स्थापनं स्वस्वगोलके
उभयेषामिन्द्रियाणाम्
उभयेषामिन्द्रियाणाम्
अधमः परिकीर्तितः
सदमः परिकीर्तितः
बाह्यानालम्बनं वृत्तेः
बाह्यानालम्बनं वृत्ते
येषोपरतिरुत्तमा
एषो परतिरुत्तमा
सहनं सर्वदुःखानाम्
सहनं सर्वदुःखानाम्
अप्रतीकारपूर्वकम्
अप्रतीकारपूर्वकम्
चिन्ताविलापरहितम्
चिन्ताविलापरहितम्
सातितिक्षा निगद्यते
नातितिक्षा निगद्यते
शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य
शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य
सत्यबुद्ध्यवधारणा
सत्यबुद्ध अवधारणा
सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः
सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः
यया वस्तूपलभ्यते
यया वस्तुपलभ्यते.
Yeah. So we have been talking about adhikaritvam, starting from Viveka. Adhikaritvam is also called as sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. These are all technical words, useful to remember all these things. Adhikaritvam is called sadhana chatushtayam because it is fourfold means. Sadhanam is means, methods, and chatushtayam means four. So, chatvari sadhanani. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Sampatti means it's wealth. Just like we guard our wealth. Our money is guarded in the banks. Our whatever other assets we have, it's all well guarded. All protections we have. Like that, these are all the spiritual wealth. We have to guard these things. Sampatti. Because it's sampat. Our family members are our sampat. So we guard ourselves. We have ways of guarding ourselves. So that is because that wealth is so important for us in our life. And in this case, dharmartha kama. Once I begin to understand the limitations of dharmartha and kama, then I have to go towards moksha. Sooner or later, a person is going to ask that. And so, and what is it that will make me go into that track? Which is Shreyo Margaha. This one is Preyo Margaha. Dharmartha Karma Marga is called Preyas Margaha. And this is called Shreyas Margaha. And what will take me to that track is these four qualifications. Okay. That is how we look at it. And it is uniformly mentioned in all our Shastrams, all Upanishads also talk about it. And the beauty of Vivekachoodamani is Shankaracharya is spending some time listing all these basics. If we study Upanishad, the Upanishad will not talk about it. Just one aspect or two, three aspects, somewhere it will just come. One word will be there. That's about it. But here, elaboration is given. So we were looking at, so okay, Vivekaha, Vairagyam, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampattihi, Mumukshutvam. Like that he had listed. And we are in this third Sampatti. Third Sampatti is what? That itself is a group of 6 qualifications. Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Like that we saw. So we are in that fifth portion, fifth of those sixth, of the three, of the third rather. All right. So, Shraddha is a word that has no English translation. Maximum faith, great faith, unshakable faith, like that it's often translated. Because this translation, what do you do? How do you know that every concept has a word in every language? That is the premise of translation. If somebody said you okay, translate the sentence in this other language, means what? You have to assume that all the words have equivalents in both languages. Where is the equivalent? Where is the equivalent? Tell me in English. For karma, what is the equivalent? Please tell me. Karma is borrowed. Karma. Karma. That's what they say in America. They say karma. Dharma, dharma. Dharma also no translation. Better leave it in dharma. You can say righteousness and all that, but that is a limited meaning of dharma. Limited meaning. Punyam papam. No chance. No chance. And nityam, we say eternal. No chance. You won't find these words. We say timeless, time not bound by time. We say that. At least phrase not bound by time. Okay, that at least is a phrase which is almost equivalent to nityam. It is equivalent to nityam, but there's no word because there's no concept. Such a concept does not exist in the society that produced that language. Yeah. The concept must be there. Only then you will have a word for it. And so Shraddha is one such word. That's why we are spending so much time on it. And last time we talked about what? Pramanam. This pramanam is a very important thing for us to understand. So, Shat Pramanani, we have 6 pramanas with us. And eyes are a pramanam. We talked about all this. Okay, ears are a pramanam. What the eyes can do, nothing else in this universe can do. Nothing else is okay, nothing else. Even the doctors can't help us. Maximum they can help us remove the cataract. Maximum they can help us put glasses or lenses. Maximum they can do a surgery. Is what? They are relying on this particular thing that we call eye, EYE. They are relying on the same thing, and just enhancing it, protecting it, improving its function. Why? Because it's a pramanam. And even the doctor relies on me when he says, he does this and puts the lenses and says, how about this? Little better. Left is better or right is better? Left is better. How about this? That's not so good. Which is not so good, right or left? After a while, you decide, okay, doctor, you only decide. I'm confused now. So which one means that one? That one means which one? You have to go back and forth. And then finally, he has to be good at it. Otherwise, you're finished. Otherwise, karma only. So that means what? He's relying on my own sense of vision to decide whether my vision is good or not and whether it should be corrected. So that is such a upajivya pramanam. We talked about it last. Upajivya means what? Eh, you don't have anything else to validate the eyesight. Eyesight is final. That finality is called upajivya pramanam. That which does not require any further validation. All right. What is the other? All 5 sense organs are like that. And I said Shat Pramanani, 6 pramanas are there. Then there is the last one, which we often don't talk about, but we take it for granted. It's called Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana. Well, I gave you the example of that Ahobilam. Or we can give other example, Manasarovar. How many of you have gone to Manasarovar? Means a few people will say yes, 1 or 2 have gone to Manasarovar. Okay, Manasarovar. That's another place people go. But most people don't go to Manasarovar. So they only hear about Manasarovar and it's a big lake, etc. Some stories are there. It's a sacred place, Manasarovar. And so many stories are there about the lake also. You can only hear about it. You can have a mental picture of Manasarovar Lake. You can have a mental picture of Gangotri. Gangotri. You have to climb and everything. It's not an easy thing. These days, I don't know how it is. And that's the origin of Ganga. Ganga Mata, Ganga Devi. These are all words you heard. You and I heard, we read about it. All those words are what? Pramanam. Pramanam for Gangotri. Pramanam. Means what? They are the source of knowledge for us. For us means for those who have not gone to Gangotri, they are the source of knowledge. But they are a secondary source of knowledge. Hearing about Gangotri is unlike seeing Gangotri with your own eyes and hearing the water come out and seeing it and then pouring the water, few drops on your head. Because she's Ganga Mata. Okay, that is a totally different thing. You can say experience. You can say experience. But then you've seen Gangotri. That's it. You've made it. For many people, it's only a dream. Okay. So then what? There is a difference. Shabda is a pramanam for many things, like Gangotri, and many things, places we have not visited. We have not visited many places. And that's why after retirement, many people say, I want to see places. I have not seen any place. Now is the time to see. So they're constantly traveling. Constantly traveling. That's good because they want to see some places. What they want to do? They want to convert the knowledge they gained by Upajivi Pramanam, Shabda Pramanam, to Upajivya Pramanam. They want to actually go and see it. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Abba, constantly we hear about it. Seven wonders of the world and this and that. It should be part of the seven failures of the world. We have so many structures which should be there in the wonders of the world and Leaning Tower of Pisa, it seems. Our astronomers have figured out so many things, and mathematicians have figured so many. Everything suppress, colonize. Pah, these fellows are dangerous people. The more and more we think about it. Anyway, so Leaning Tower of Pisa, I want to go and see, go to Italy. Okay. So like this, I want to go. Convert the data gained from Upa, Jiva Pramanam to Upa Jivya Pramanam. Slight subtle differences there. Means what? Okay, Sanskrit secondary Pramanam to primary Pramanam. There's nothing like seeing something with your own eyes. Okay. This is what we talked about last time. Okay. Now, there's another type of Shabda Pramanam. The type of Shabda Pramanam I told you just now. When somebody tells you about Gangotri or you read about Gangotri or Ahobilam, okay, or Manasarovar, that is secondary. But there is a type of Shabda can also be a Upajivya, primary Pramanam. When the object is right in front of your eyes, but you don't know that it is there. Correct? This is the Kuchu example, glasses example. Glasses are very much there here only. Glasses are very much here on my head. And then also there is Shabda Pramanam only can come to help us. Okay. Hey, you are what you're seeking. You are what you're seeking. Object is there. I don't have to look around for the object. Or this Dashamaha, important story. In our Shastram, they talk about Dashamaha. The guy, those days, an ashram was there and all these boys were studying in the Gurukulam. There were about some students were there and 10 of them were there and every so often they get off. A day off is there. So Prathama, like this, some days they have. Okay. And during the day off, they can do whatever they want. And once they wanted to go to another ashram, which is some kilometers away, they have to walk. They have to walk and they have to cross a river also. And so the Guruji said, please be careful. Please be careful. And take the boat and then please be careful. And then you're the leader and you're the oldest and you're the leader. Take care of all of them. Like that, he said, please go and come. And they know the ashram, they've been there before. And so these guys left. These guys left and then they're coming back, cross the river, uh, about to cross the river. And then he started counting. Counting, there were only 9. There were only 9 boys. Then he counted again. 9. Counted from this side to that side. 9. This guy he was panicking. He panicked. He didn't tell it to other people, but he panicked. Okay, others are all younger and all that. He's there. He has to figure it all out. So he panicked, and then he was just restless, and he knew something is something. This boy must have drowned, in the river. My God, this is how am I going? What am I going to do? And like this, he was worried. He was thinking, and all that. Somebody was passing by. Some person was passing by there, and that person, some wise person, was passing by, and he looked at him, and what happened? What happened? Why are you like this? No, I lost a person. We 10 of us were there. There are only 9 of us now, and so I should have been more careful. I don't know. I can't handle this. And then immediately that wise person understood what the problem is. Understood the problem is, and he said, ask all of them to stand in a line. First he said, I'll get you the 10th person. Don't worry. Really? You can get me the 10th person? Yes, I'll get it to you. I'll get that person to you. Okay. Then he says, come on, guys, stand in a line. So everybody stood in a line. Everybody stood in a line. And so now he's very eager. Really means he believes in the words of that wise person. He knows he has no choice also but to believe this person. That is called Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Shraddha with the hope. Shraddha it has to be completed with something. Some phalam must be there for the Shraddha. So this guy says, yeah, of course I'll believe you. You want to now start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much did you count? I counted 9. Once again you count. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. See, I told you 9 are there. Bhavan Dashamaha. Bhavan Dashamaha means what? You are the 10th. You are the 10th man. You are the 10th. And then he looks at this man who is Guruji. Guruji is on the other side actually speaking. But now who is Guru? In this example, he becomes a Guru. And so he falls at his feet and says, you have saved me, etc. So now tell me, Bhavan Dashamaha are words. All other pramanams are very much there. Eyesight is there, hearing is there, everything is there. Those pramanas are not helping this boy, this man. Okay, sometimes these boys will become men, and so you don't know that to call them boys or men. And when they come to when they get they're looking for alliances for this. They say boy. They don't say man. They'll say boy only. How's a girl? As though girl is some 5 years old. This is not. So anyway, so this boy, this old boy, the oldest boy of the group, is happy. And how come? What is it that solved his problem? Hey, very simple. Shabda Pramanam. In this case, only Shabda Pramanam can help. And so this guru knew what exactly was the problem. Bhavan Dashamaha. You are the 10th. That's it. Those words solve the problem completely. All anxiety is gone. All the symptoms of ignorance gone. When I am ignorant of what is already there right in front of me or right with me, then only words can solve the problem. and that is called Shabda Pramanam. So in this case, unlike the case of somebody who told me about Gangotri, there also words were the Pramanam, but that is secondary Pramanam. Gangotri is not near me at all, anywhere near me. But here, Dashamaha is me. Dashamaha is me. Right here, the object of knowledge is also right here. And so, words that reveal that object of knowledge is a primary pramanam, upajivya pramanam. All right. That is what we are now interested in. Atma is very much here. I don't have to look around for Atma. I exist right here, here and now. I don't have to die to figure out I existed or I will exist. All these ideas are vague. I am here right now. And Shastram is going to use words, Shabda Pramanam, to reveal myself. Therefore, when I study the Upanishad or the Vedas or any text like Vivekachoodamani, which are all Shabda Pramanam, really speaking, I must look at these books as what? Shabda Pramanam. Like the way this boy was ready to accept the words of the wise person, ready to accept. Full Shraddha was there. Like that, I have Shraddha in these words, in the Shastram. Shraddha in the Shastram to do what? To reveal my own nature. Because the sense organs are not going to help me in this process. Why they can't help me? Because they're all outward. Paranchikani. They're all very good for peering out there. They're all for, there is a beautiful mantra shloka that Shankaracharya writes, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabhabhaswaram. He says this body is like, it's like a pot. It's like a pot with a lamp inside the pot. Imagine a pot, and then there is a bright lamp inside. And imagine the pot has 5 holes, two, three, four, five. And you keep the in a dark room and 5 holes and a bright light inside, then you will see 5 spots of light on the wall. He says that is how it is. That is how I look at this human body. Like that, he says, body, mind, sense complex. And so we are very good at peering out and figuring out everything out there. Science is progressing, progressing, progressing in the process, and therefore science can never get to Atma. So Atma is needed, means I have to come to the Shastra. And therefore the Shastram is looked upon as the Pramanam. It is not giving me more and more description about myself. It is, it is what? It is revealing like a mirror, like a mirror, like a mirror. Mirror tells me exactly who I am. That is the way I should look at the Veda Shastram. And that attitude of looking at the Veda Shastram as a pramanam is called Shraddha. Now tell me, what is the translation of Shraddha in English language? Kadayadu. That is why Indian languages leave it like that. All Indian languages have words for all this. If I say Shraddha, anybody in India will understand. Even a Bengali will understand. Assamese also will understand. They will have words. Must be there. Therefore, same word in fact. Must be there in word, same word. Then the maximum shall be the Shraddha. So, this is why this Shraddha is such an important thing. Because Shabda Pramanam is being operated here. It is not telling me about an object that is out in heaven somewhere. If you have already decided heaven is out there, then also, of course, I need Shabda Pramanam. Veda only can talk about what is in heaven. Like my friend talked about what is in Gangotri. What is Gangotri? Okay, I have to believe the words of my friend. Likewise, I believe the words of the Veda. When it talks about various lokas, when it talks about Punyam Papam, everything I have Shraddha. For I take it as true. Like I take the words of my friend as true. But here, Atma is how the journey starts. and Atma is right here. And therefore, Shabda Pramanam is a Upajivya Pramanam or Upajivi Pramanam. It is Upajivya Pramanam, primary Pramanam for me, which is the Veda. Shastram, we say. And so what about all the experience? I have understood now. Now I want to experience Atma, if you say. Hey, please, please. When this guy was told that Bhavan Dashamaha, you are the 10th man, what should he do now? Should he experience the 10th man? Should he do some asanas? Should he do some kind of kriya? To do what? To experience. Now he knows he is the 10th man, but he has to now experience he is the 10th man. Correct? Theory. Theory should be followed by practice. Come on. We are all very practical, highly accomplished people we are. Without working hard, did we ever achieve anything? Huh? Therefore, now he has to sit and practice that I am the 10th man, I am the 10th man, I am the 10th. It's ridiculous. There is no practice here. Only in Paravidya, there is no practice involved. Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. If at all any practice is there, that is for Chitta Shuddhi only. Chakra had just said recently. Natu Vastupalabdhaye. What shloka is this? Don't forget all the past shlokas, very important shlokas. Shloka number 11. Number 11. We are now in number, sorry, 15. Yeah, we are now in 15. Not number 11, number 5, I think. The new numbering system, 5. Old numbering system is 11. Okay, 5/11. Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma Natu Vastupalabdhaye. A. For Vastu, for Brahma. For Brahma Prapti, karma has no role to play. Na kinchit karma koti bihi, no chance. Otherwise, we would have been enlightened long ago. So, that being said, the pramanam, when it is operated, that's it. That is final. All the other things we do, like amanitvam, adamvitvam, values are there, and we help ourselves through leading a dharmic life. And then upasana is there, meditation is there. All that we help ourselves to gain the chitta shuddhi, so that this jnanam, which is so profound, will become more real to me. That's the journey here. And so, therefore, I said earlier what? Experience, this idea of experience. Atma is there in every experience. I just don't recognize Atma. Like that person, did I tell you the story of Swamiji going from Chennai to Delhi on a flight? Yeah. In this class, I don't know if I told. So maybe anybody doesn't know this example, does not know, does not know. Yeah, Jyotiji doesn't know. So I'm assuming I did not. Yeah, Shanti and all. So Swamiji was traveling to Delhi. It's a long flight because Chennai to Delhi, not a very short flight. And so he's sitting, and then somebody sitting next to him. And that somebody is not a small guy, he's a big guy. And so big that half of him is already on Swamiji, it seems. So, and so that's how this trip is. And the person is talking and all that, and talking. And he says, Swamiji, Swamiji. And all this talk is going on. And then, towards the end of the flight, after the 2 hours are over, then he is asking, where are you going? I'm going to Rishikesh. Hmm. What are you going to do in Rishikesh? You're a businessman. What are you doing in Rishikesh? I want to meet Swamiji. Which Swamiji do you want to meet? I want to meet Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Dayananda Saraswati. This is the address. Look, Dayananda Saraswati, Purani Jadi, Rishikesh. Now this Swamiji is sitting right here. Now tell me, did this man who was sitting on Swamiji know have the experience of Swami Dayananda or not? He has the experience of Swami Dayananda, okay, and a lot of experience. Full half the body is there on Swamiji himself. And sometimes you have all these things, that person, they're all very free. They don't worry about whether their hands are touching this side. I think they just go all over and just they're just free. They don't need any moksha. They already are Mukta Purusha. And so this guy is full experience of Swamiji. 2 hours solid experience he has. Okay, tell me, what is the use of all the experience? What is the use of all this experience? And Swamiji has to come and say, Shabda Pramanam is now going to operate. He has to operate. But Pratyaksha is operated already. Pratyaksha didn't help. Touch it. Touch is also operating. Everything is operating. For lack of just knowledge, basic knowledge. Swamiji has to say, Soyam Dayanandaha or Soham Dayanandaha. Soham. Soham. What is Soham? Saha. Saha Dayanandaha, which is there in the piece of paper. That Dayananda whom you are going to see. Ahamaiva Asmi. Oh my God. This is why Swamiji's famous statement, experience is dumb. Experience is dumb. You have to decide whether to learn from experience or not. If experience were enlightening, all of us would be enlightened long ago. Experience is dumb. We go through experiences, but we don't know what to make out of those experiences. And so if experience could teach us, then everybody would know that the sun does not rise. Whole world was parroting and saying that sun rises and all that, and they were talking about a geocentric system. Geocentric means what? Earth is the center of the solar system. We rubbished it all long ago. We means Indian astronomers rubbished it. But still, the experience is sun is rising. How can that experience make you know that the sun does not move at all? How? It's not possible at all. You and I will keep saying sun is rising. That's it. There's no chance. Somebody has to come and say, is that really true? Means what? My experience is that the sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. Okay, that's an experience. But I need to prove that sun rises in the east. Then experience can become a starting point for inquiry, my dear friends. That is what a scientist is. Scientist will take the experience as data and then he has to convert the data to knowledge. And the knowledge might say the sun is stationary. Then the knowledge should help me understand then why do I see that the sun is moving? That also it should answer. Yeah, that is because there is something called relative motion, etc. All those things we will say. That is the inquiry here also. My experience is I am inadequate. Whichever way I look at myself, physically I am inadequate. I am subject to all these bugs are there and I have to protect myself with mask and this and that. Even then I am getting sick. Health wise, I am not up to the mark. Then what about respect? I don't get the respect I want from people. Then all there also I am no good. And what about mental capacities? Don't ask about mental capacity and all that. Now I'm aging and my memory also is going down, in fact. These days I can't remember much also. People come and tell me all these things. But but you remember my name or not? You have come to see me, correct? Not bad. You come to the right place. Pat yourself on the back. So you know a lot. Don't worry. So they say memory also is reducing. Like this, everything is only reducing, not increasing. Increasing days seem to be over. Okay. So every which way I look at myself, I am inadequate. I am not good enough. This is my experience. I am a mortal. Finally, I am a mortal. That is my experience. I see it also, and therefore I conclude also I am a mortal. Shastram says, how do you know this experience, this conclusion based on your experience is correct? How do you know it is not like the sunrise experience? Somebody you had to go to school and figure out, you came running one day to home from school and said, Mom, do you know what? Sun doesn't rise at all. You've been telling me get up and then you have to do Aditya Hridayam. While sun rises, you must chant Aditya Hridayam. Mom, sun does not rise. Sun doesn't move at all. You were so, that's how excited you were. Like that, how do you know this experience that you're talking about, that I am mortal, etc.? Body is mortal, I can accept, but I am mortal. How did you conclude? Shastram is going to say all these things. How do you know it doesn't fall in the category like the mirage? You saw water there, but there is really no water. How do you know it's not like that? That is where Shastram shines. Okay? And so that's why yaya vastu upalabhyate, because that Shraddha, this attitude that there is something I can look forward to. There is something here because it is for me only, this benefit. Moksha is for me. I am a mortal. You are telling me I am immortal? Yes. I'm not going to mince any words. Okay. That Atma is not anything you have concluded about yourself. Body is limited, mind is limited, eyes, sense organs are also failing, limited. Everything is limited. Correct. What about Atma? You are Atma and you are unlimited. And so, therefore, now is at least good to hear. And so, I'm ready to listen. This is not some parroting. Simply, I keep on saying, Aham Paramatma, Aham Paramatma, Aham Paramatma, Aham Paramatma. And now I'm conditioned to think Aham Paramatma. This kind of thing is bogus. I'll become useless. And people will say, what happened to you? Impractical. They become unpractical people. No, no. This is proper study. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam is there. It's coming up. And the basis for all of that is what? Shraddha. Shraddha. Okay. And so, therefore, if I don't understand something, what do I do? Do I question the Shastram? No, I don't question the Shastram because I know the Shastram has to be correct. Shastram has to be correct. Statement after statement, the Upanishad is saying, Dhiraha, parimuchyanti dhiraha. Like that it says. Parimuchyanti, they become free by this knowledge. Jnanadeva tu kaivalyam. Kaivalyam, there is another word that is used for moksha. This kevalasya bhavaha. That truth that everything is one. Keval. Keval ek hi hai. This one, our Punjabis, they also say ek onkar. They say ek onkar. Ek onkar, like that they say. Correct? But it is all the same Vedanta. Same Veda. They are also, Guru Granth Sahib also says Ek Onkar. Ek Onkar. Brahma Mukate, they are also saying. Annamacharya is saying. Everybody is saying the same thing. What is this Ek Onkar? What is this Ekameva? Advitiyam. That is what we are studying. And therefore, my ears are now open. Why is it open? Because I have Shraddha. This can't be wrong. This can't be wrong. Because I know. Even analyzing the pot, I know. So many differences are there. Objects are all different, but the essence of all objects should be one. That idea is not a strange idea. It's not a strange idea anymore. Even chemistry has proved it. Physics has proved it. Getting towards there. They've come to what is it called? Strings and all that they talk about. Everything is strings. Everything is strings? What string? I don't see any strings anywhere. Yeah, that's how it is. You and I don't see any strings. Physicists see only strings. And they call it string theory. For us, this is not theory. This is Atma. Atma is not theory. Are you theory or are you real? I'm obviously real. Come on. And so, that is all this entire pursuit is possible because of Shraddha. Viveka, Vairagya is there, then Shraddha is there, then magic will happen. Like the boy who believed in that person. Are you going to show me, get me the 10th person? He's not drowned? No, he's not drowned. I'm going to get him to you. Shraddha. That boy had Shraddha. And therefore, what will happen if I have Shraddha? Yaya vastu upalabhyate. We're coming back to the shloka here. Okay. Sa katita Shraddha. That is called, popularly known, katita Shraddha. That is told as Shraddha. Yaya, by which? By which? Okay, Sadbihi means it is told by people who know. Satpurushaihi. People who know all this properly. By them it is told as Shraddha. This Guru Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana. That the Vakya has to be true. What the words of the Shastra is true. And that is Satya Buddhi Avadharana. That is, I take those words as true, even though I don't understand them. Even though I don't understand it, I take it as true. Whatever the teacher tells is true. Like that, that attitude is called Shraddha. Yaya vastu upalabhyate. Yaya means what? By which. By which means by which Shraddha, by which attitude. Shraddhaya, Yaya Shraddhaya. Vastu upalabhyate. Vastu is gained. Vastu is gained. Vastu means what? A Satyam, Brahma, Atma, they are all called as Vastu. Vastu is a technical word in Vedanta. Vastu means anything is Vastu. Any object is Vastu. But here it is not object, it is a subject. That which is not the object is Vastu. Look at that. Vastu, technical word here. Vastu upalabhyate. Okay. That Brahman is gained. Atma is gained. Brahma vida apnoti param. So, the knower of Brahman gains Brahman. Ah, this is only knowledge where knowledge itself is the result. Only knowledge where knowledge is not to be followed by practice, like the Dashamaha. There's no practice involved. The guy is free. The moment he heard, you are the 10th man, that's it. That's it. He will just do namaskar to Guruji and he will say, I don't know how to thank you. That's it. We're going to study in Mundaka also. That Bhashyam is coming up. Paravidya, Aparavidya. That discussion is there. And he's going to talk about this idea there. And so, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. What a statement! Now we understand Sri Krishna's statement in the fourth chapter. Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatparas sanyatendriyaha. So, Shraddhavan, the one who has Shraddha, gains knowledge. My God, that's a very bold statement. Gains knowledge means what? Then what about study and all that? Not read, just have Shraddha. I have Shraddha in the Veda. I'll get knowledge. I don't need all these classes. That's what it seems to say. No, it's part of the things that are there. And so that is how important Shraddha is. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. So once I have Shraddha and I have an Acharya, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. There's another statement like that in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And then when an Acharya is there, then magic can happen. Magic will happen. That is what is being said here. And because what is the result of all the study? I'm not going to get any degree. I'm not going to get any certificate. I can't put any of this in my resume. कुछ धर्म कुछ अर्थ कुछ मिलेगा इससे? Will I benefit something from this? Nothing. Artha is not, I'm not going to benefit there also. Net worth. They say net worth. My net worth is not going to increase. Okay, by this knowledge. Nothing. Nothing will happen. Oh, dharma, artha, and kama. Okay, let's talk about it. Artha is assets, security. Security won't increase by this. Means my idea of security, nothing will increase. Then kama. Kama means pleasure. The only thing I get by sitting in these classes is backache. Backache, that's all I can get. Cramps. Cramps is all I'm getting. Look, sitting like this for 1.5 hours, what else will you get? You please tell me. That's all I can get. Okay, there is no pleasure. Pleasure as in our idea of pleasure. It's not going to come. Dharma, dharma, dharma here means punyam, punyam. I'm studying shastram, therefore I'm going to get punyam. True, shastra study gives me punyam. That is the correct statement. But when it comes to Vedanta, what punyam can it give? It can give me the punyam that Krishna said. If I pursue this and suddenly I pop off, one day I'm gone. Then what happens to me? Then Krishna says this journey will continue. Don't worry, like that he said. But Vedanta study by itself does not give punyam. Better way to get punyam is go out there and help some people every day. Go to some poor person, give him something, give her something. That will give you a lot more punyam. And why? Why should I not get punyam? Hey, the more punyam I accumulate, the more time I have to spend to exhaust it. Please don't forget it. Okay, punyam papam both have to be exhausted. And therefore, this is the only study which tells me that hey, Atma is not subject to punyam, it is not subject to papam. And so you are that thing that is free of punyam and papam, that Atma. That is a lesson that's going to come. And therefore, with no benefit, dharma, artha, kama, I won't progress anywhere. Neither artha, nothing is going to come. And therefore, shraddha is very important. Because now I'm I'm only used to dharma, artha, and kama. Now I have to focus my attention on something else, something that already is there, something that is already accomplished. Praptasya praptihi. It is the gaining of what is already gained. Shraddha is very important. And so that's the background behind this Shraddha. So what is Shraddha? If somebody says, what will you say? Shastre Pramanya Buddhihi. Pramanya Buddhi means Shastram is the Pramanam. It is the word mirror. It's a mirror of words which is going to tell me who I am. That belief in that statement is called Shraddha. And therefore here Guru Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharana. These words have to be true. And Swamiji makes one more statement. Swami Dayanandaji. He says, he says, you know, the teaching is not proper, then Shraddha can become bondage. Look at the statement. If the teaching is not proper, Shraddha is there. Shraddha is born of innocence. Innocence means what? I believe in this. And logically, I believe in it. But the more, then because then the Acharya becomes very important in the person's life. Okay, very important. And then if the Acharya is not himself confused, then what? Self confused, anyan confusayati. Okay, confusayati means self confused, दूसरों को भी confuse करता है, करवाता है. That's what I mean, confusayati. The parampara of confusion will be there. And so Swamiji says bondage. Shraddha will lead you to bondage. Like that he says. So that is why prarthana and all is very important. May I get the right circumstance for me to study this. May I get the right person to lead me. All these are all very important. And so, anyway, that is Shraddha. Let's look at the translation. That conviction, did I give the translation or no? No, I did not. Okay. That conviction that the Shastram, that conviction that the Shastram and the words of the teacher and the words of the teacher are true is said by the wise, is said by the wise to be Shraddha. Shraddha, comma, by which the truth is known. By which the truth is known. Which is Swamiji's translation. That conviction that the Shastram and the words of the teacher are true is said by the wise people to be Shraddha, comma, by which the truth is known. Next. सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः
सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः
शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा
शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा
तत्समाधानमित्युक्तम्
तत्समाधानमित्युक्तम्
न तु चित्तस्य लालनम्.
न तु चित्तस्य लालनम्
सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः
सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः
शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा
शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा
तत्समाधानमित्युक्तम्
तत्समाधानमित्युक्तम्
न तु चित्तस्य लालनम्.
न तु चित्तस्य लालनम्.
Yeah, so here there is a Patha Veda. There is an alternate reading also. You may want to write this down if you don't have it. This Sarvada Sthapanam Buddhehe, there's an alternate which is Samyak Asthapanam. Samyak Asthapanam, which is Samyak Asthapanam. Samyak Asthapanam. Buddhehe. And in that reading, Samyagasthapanam Buddhehe Shuddhe Brahmani, the last word is Sarvada. Sarvada, not Sarvatha. What we read earlier was Sarvatha. This is an alternate. But both have this similar meaning. We'll see that. That is just for your information. So now what word would you
So,
underline in this?
Guruji, oh, quick question. You said the last word is sarvatha in the current one or in the other one?
Correct. In the current reading which we chanted, it is Sarvatha. Tatha dadhana. That tha. Okay?
Okay.
Sarvatha. But in this alternate reading which I just told you, because the first Sarvada is not there, Samyaga Asthapanam. Okay? And therefore the last word is Sarvada. Sarvada. Tatha da. The third da. Third letter. What is the first word here in the printed note is the last word in that alternate reading. Okay? Got it. All right. So the word here that is being described, what is being described? Samadhanam.
Samadhanam.
Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. So this third qualification is what? Sixfold Sampat. Sixfold Sampat. And Shamadama, etc. The last one is Samadhanam. Samadhanam means focus, concentration, Okay. That's the main meaning, concentration. So in Tattva when we studied 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, what was the definition Acharya gave there? Chitta ekagrata. Chitta ekagrata. Okay, chitta. Chitta means in general the mind. Okay, ekagrata. Ekagrata means ekagrata. Very beautiful meaning. Ekagrata in Sanskrit is beautiful. Agre means front. Front. What is in front of me? Agre is only one. Eka. Ekaha agra yasya saha. So if I have only one thing in front of me, means what? If my mind is occupied only by one thing, that means focus. That means concentration. Ekagrata it is. Ekagrata. The status of having only one thing in the mind is called ekagrata, which is samadhanam. Samadhanam. So for Sanskrit students, dha dhatu. Dharana poshana yoho. Dha dhatu. Sam adha. Sam adha. So samadhanam. Dharana poshana yoho. Ability to hold on to is called dharanam, right? Dharanam. Supporting something. And so if there is something being talked about, and then if I can hold on to what is being talked about properly, that is called samadhanam. It is a literal meaning of the word samadhanam. For us, it means focus, concentration. All right. And so, why is concentration important? Because our mind is like a monkey, constantly just wandering. We may not realize it. We don't realize it also. We don't realize it. The first time I realized that my mind was wandering was when I sat down to meditate for the first time. First time. And we had invited Pujya Swamiji to Purdue University when I was doing my PhD at that time. And somebody said, JK, we should invite Swamiji to Purdue. I said, okay, if that's what you think. Yeah, I had no idea of Swamiji, what he will talk about, nothing at all. And so we invited him to Purdue. He gave 2 days of talks. And stress management and inner leisure. Stress management and inner leisure. That was the topic. Anyway, then one morning at a professor's house, Professor Kashyap's house, those days, Kashyap of Bangalore, and his house, we went to meditate at 6:30 or 7 or something in the morning. And I could not even sit. I was wondering, when will this session be over? That's how bad it was. I'm just being honest with you. That's how bad it was. How bad it was means what? I, I remember it so well because it is how bad it was. Sometimes you can say, I remember it so well, it was so good it was. That also you can say. But for me, it is other way around. I had to get up. And I was waiting for the session to get over. The minute it was over, I got up and did namaskar to Swamiji. Everybody's thinking this guy meditated well and all that. No, I'm the only guy who said, my God, this is too much. That is it. That's how it is. That's how it is. So that Rajo Guna is there. And Krishna did mention several places, and Swamiji mentions that here. So in the third chapter, in the second chapter, Yesha te vihita sankhye buddhir yoge trimam shrunu buddhya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi, like that. Yesha te vihite sankhye buddhihi. I've told you about this Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, starting from Ashocyan, Anvashochastvam onwards. Okay, Natve Vaham Jatu Nasam, etc. I've told you. And that is, I've told you the nature of Atma, who you are. But then, Yoge Tvimam Shrunu, Yoge. But there is this thing about yoga. It's not possible for you to understand everything I said. It won't be possible because you're still not prepared. You're still restless. You're still ambitious. That Rajoguna is there pushing you. And we need you to do, we need the Rajoguna. Only that Rajoguna will protect this country. Okay. You have to do your job. But there is still some preparation. That is called Karma Yoga. Yoge Timam Shrunu. And there, Shankaracharya uses the word Samadhi Yoga. Karma Yoga, Samadhi Yoga. Like that, he uses those words when he explains this shloka. And the other shloka also. Nahi jnanena sadisham pavitramih vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindati. That is shloka number 38 in the fourth chapter, 4.38. Nahi jnanena sadisham. Knowledge is the greatest. There's nothing like knowledge, knowledge of who you are. And so you ask that boy who was told Dashamaha, Bhavan Dashamaha, ask him about knowledge. He will tell you stories about why knowledge is so important. And so there also he uses the word samadhi. Samadhi yoga. Samadhi yoga means that same samadhanam. Samadhi is not going off into samadhi, into a trance where there is no thought whatsoever. Nirvikalpa samadhi. No, not that samadhi Shankara is talking about. He's talking about the ability to concentrate. Okay. And that ability to concentrate will come through karma yoga only. By leading a proper grihastha life, a life of married life or whatever life, unmarried means bachelor's life also, there is a proper way to lead it. Okay. And then karma yoga, Ishwararpana buddhi, he uses that word in the Bhashyam there. Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam, Ishwararpana buddhya, prasada buddhya. So that buddhi I have to inculcate. These two, an offering and then a prasada. And all that he talks about there. So here, this particular samadhanam, Samadhi Yoga is actually part of that Karma Yoga, Upasana. So a part of Karma Yoga is Dhyanam. Okay, Dhyanam also. What is the purpose of Dhyanam? Is to develop that focus, develop the concentration. That is the purpose of Dhyanam. I can think of something, and even if I say Om Krishna Yanamaha, Om Krishna Yanamaha, Om Krishna Yanamaha, Om Krishna Yanamaha, Om Krishna Yanamaha. Oh, I forgot to put salt in the breakfast. Om Krishna Yanamaha, Om Krishna Yanamaha. See that? See that? It's a way to recognize that, the mind is like that. Hey, I want to chant Krishnaya Namaha. Only half an hour. Half an hour is not a big deal. Or 10 minutes. Then suddenly this thought comes. Who? Did I invite the thought? Comes. It just comes. Just comes. Just comes. Oh my God. Everything comes. Comes rushing. It comes rushing. Slowly, these thoughts realize this guy is gone case. He's all Krishnaya Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha. No point. He's ignoring us all the time. And so, thoughts also go away in time. And so, that's how we build this. We build ourselves. And so that samadhanam, that focus, concentration comes through this dhyanam meditation. And Swamiji talks about Madhanam is the opposite of multitasking. Multitasking. Swamiji says, look, this Shastram is actually studied in the ashram those days. Give up everything and say, I want this Vidya, teach me. All Indra, everybody, that's how they studied. Indra became a Jnani because of that. Okay. And now we are breaking all rules. We are breaking all rules. We are not going to the ashram and study. We are studying just sitting at home. We have access to so much now. Access to so much. And so even just by sitting here, we are able to teach, we are able to study so much. And so Swamiji says, you know what? You're sitting at home, you have a lot of duties to do, a lot of things to accomplish. and busy life everybody is leading. And so samadhanam is a requirement. Means what? At least during the class, at least during this class, I am able to pay attention. That's a big blessing. To be able to sit in a class like this for an hour, hour and a half, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like that person I told you the other day, she told me, she was asking me about what all I do, and Chakracharya Bhashyam and all I was saying. Have you studied Parashara Bhattar's? Because there's a Vishnu Sahasranama book, and Chakracharya's Bhashyam, we study of that, we are teaching that. And so she said, Vishnu Sahasranam, Parashara Bhattar has written a commentary also. Have you studied that? You study that. Why should I study that? It has more rasam, she said. It has more rasam. Look at that. Rasam, she said. And you know what I told her? I said, your Guruji, her Guruji is a different Guruji. Your Guruji was the one who taught Vedanta so well. I used to listen to him in the 1990s, late 1990s. So you have to blame him for my studying Chakracharya. You go and ask him. You go and ask him, hey, the rasam of every rasam is arasam. The essence of every rasam that you are talking about is arasam. Like that, Anna said, like that, you please go tell Guruji, ask Guruji. Like that, I told her. And so, to be able to sit like this for so long, I need samadhanam. I have samadhanam. And that is why, when I say, keep your video feeds on. Keep your video feeds on, not for me to stare at your faces. The teacher's job is not like that. There is no need to do all that. But when I turn off my video, what happens? When I turn off my video like this, what happens? Then you don't know what I'm doing. Okay, at least I'm talking, you're listening. But what it does is, for a listener, and a student has turned off their video, then the temptation to do other things are there, because there is nothing for you to do other than listen. Phone is there, people are there, so many things are there. And now what happens? When somebody calls you, you will immediately start talking to that person. Whereas if your video is on, it will discourage you from talking to other people. It will discourage you from looking at your own phone. We have to be creative. We have to be creative in making us concentrate on what we are doing. Concentration won't come otherwise. It is not just something, just I'm gifted with concentration. Nobody is gifted with anything. We have to develop all these things. Therefore, I say keep your video feeds on. Why? Because already we are exceptions. All the traditional Shastra study we are not doing. Traditional Shastra study, we are there right in front of the teacher. We are sitting in an ashram. All these are not problems. Multitasking, they won't talk about also. But now multitasking is there. It's a big problem. So, Swamiji says, Samadhana means absence of multitasking. We have to be creative. Select some time and then I'm going to study. That is why when somebody tells me, Guruji, I have to travel, but I will catch up by looking at the video. And then I have to offer a prayer. Big prayer to Dakshinamurti is needed, because without a prayer, without seeing, I have to do a homa in order for her to look at the video. Because otherwise, this looking at the video, where is the next 1 hour? Please tell me. Does anybody have an extra hour to spare? Nobody has an extra hour to spare. Not going to happen. And so, that time that I spend, let me make it in such a way that my attention is maximum. Any distraction, small distraction. If I have to tell some people, is it all right? It will be 1 hour, 15 minutes before I come. Is it all right? Is there anything I should do in order to make sure you're okay? Let me offer that help. Yeah, no, that's fine. 7 till 7:30, I can. That's no problem. Okay, make everybody feel that that's how it is. Those are all things I have to do so that my 1 hour here is spent properly. Okay, already like that lady said, the rasam is not there. Rasam is not there. What to do? That's what she's saying. She's smart enough to say Shankaracharya's Bhashyam, Advaita is not that much rasam. You have to, Vishishta Advaita is the thing. So, therefore, samadhanam becomes very important. So we will not done yet with this. We have to look at this. Sarvada sthapanam or सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वथा तत् समाधानम् इत्युक्तं न तु चित्तस्य लालनं. Very beautiful it is. We'll conclude that in the next one. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ.